The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
All right, here we go, you guys. Welcome to another House of Stein Hot 10 show. Just like every Friday night, we bring great content to the greatest community in YouTube. Appreciate all you guys. Stein had his Stein Pack 8 openings, which went very well, from what I hear.
It did. Congratulations to all the big winners, and thank you to all the participants. They are all being boxed and should go out here very, very shortly. Should get notifications on shipping. Yeah.
Not bad.
Very, very pleased. Very
Not
happy
bad
for everybody.
at all. Yeah. That's
How much
super
you
cool.
want for that G.I. Joe number 19, that Fuso right behind you, bro?
It's amazing how many people have inquired about that. And I don't generally keep books too terribly long, but I think just because that one is still the only 9.8, and it has been for like 3 years now.
I have a 9.4, but that 9.8 looks better.
That's a hard book to find, man. That's a really hard book to find.
Almost impossible, bro.
Yeah.
It is like on Recall Comics, it's like one of the rarest.
Yep.
And it's like a Jimi Hendrix homage. It's fucking awesome.
Yep.
Like, show that book up
homages.
close, Ben. Shut up, Ben. Don't drop it.
He almost dropped something else.
See? Oh, looky. Look at that. Jesus Christ.
It is beautiful.
If it didn't have all those ticks on it, man, it would be a badass.
Shout out to Ronnie. He says, start the show, please.
All right, bro. Damn. All right. Number 10.
Oh, man.
And yes, it is my anniversary. Yesterday was my me and my wife's anniversary, but
Man. Happy anniversary,
yes,
man.
27 years. But
I feel your pain, bro.
Shout out to Plumber for You 12037 for recently subscribing. All right.
But see, I love you guys so much. I'm still hitting the show, even though it's mostly because everybody's sick, and so we couldn't really we normally would go away, but we were none of us feel good. We're all coughing and crap, and it's like I'm not wasting my money. We'll do it after the year when we stop hacking on each other.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. I got to figure out where that came from just now. Did you guys hear that explosion?
No.
Did you hear that?
I heard that.
I don't know where that's freaking coming from. I have to check out and find where that's coming from. I have no clue.
Dropping bombs, Brian.
I know, dude. It's weird. And there it goes again. The chat doesn't hear it, though, which is nice. So at least the chat doesn't hear it. I'm pretty sure you guys don't hear those explosions, right? Let me know if you guys hear those explosions. Yeah, Ronnie and Rascal Superdog says gremlins. Yes, gremlins. There's been gremlins in the lines lately. I had my internet service provider come out here and spend some time for the day to try and fix my issues. My upload speeds at night have been absolutely dog shit. I usually get 40 to 60 upload speeds, 40 to 60 megs. Over the last week or so, they've been 3 at night. And I went and got a new modem and had the guy come out and fix the lines and check the lines. And it seems to be working okay right now, but I think that's just dumb luck. So we'll see. Sorry. Yeah, those explosions. Sorry, I had tacos for lunch. Says Parker Lee.
So you want to? If you guys didn't see the Stein pack opening, so the very last pack opened was the free one that we gave away last week to Still Chillin'. You remember that? The very last pack, and it was the Mark with the Mouth 7, the third print, the first Lady Deadpool, a 9.8. It was a $500 book.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, for the free one. It was crazy. Couldn't believe it.
That's pretty awesome, man. Congratulations to Still Chillin'. Make a video. Show everybody what you get when you get it. And tag House of Stein. Let everybody know where the best Hot 10 show is. Every week. All right. We've got some fun stuff to talk about. There, Still Chillin' says, will do. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shout out to Still Chillin'. We've got some fun stuff to get into. You guys know how we like to start this with our Whoa cover of the week and our That Blows cover of the maybe century. We'll find out here in a second. Let's get into it. Whoa. Starting off with a doozy. Deer Hunter, the Deer Hunter Act 2, number 1. Now, for those of you guys are like, where is this coming from? That's a great question, because me and Stein said the same thing when Stein showed me it. The Deer Hunter is a badass band, and you guys know how we love to talk about those cool, like, musician comics, those rare books that they put out to their fans, like Coheed and Cambria or Denzel Curry, a lot of other great musicians. This right here is probably one of the better ones. The Deer Hunter Act 2, number 1. Look at that cover. Holy cow.
Yeah, and if you're like watch it on your phone, that's not like lip hair. It's like there's like a ladder going around this dude's face.
Yeah.
I can't figure out what in the world is actually going on here. Because there's like there is a train and a tree in his head. I don't know what's going on, but it is like visually like just stunning to look at.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the Deer Hunter is. Bryan apparently heard them before, but I didn't even know who they were.
Great band. Really good band. Been around for a while.
It's not like a deer. It's like...
Oh, yeah. There you go. Train tracks. That makes way more sense, Parker.
Yeah.
Man.
Train tracks, yep.
It said shit in his head.
Looks like a train.
Is that a fucking tree?
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
His brain.
Oh, okay.
It is an amazing cover, man. That is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, that's the Whoa?
That is the Whoa. That is the,
oh
my God, this is a great book. And I don't know if the band is named after the movie, but I'm pretty sure. Crazy movie.
Well, the spelling of deer is like deer, like in
like a woods deer.
No, it see.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got you. Like deer, as in
like
my deer.
Endearment.
Yeah. Great idea. To change that.
There's a movie
like the Beatles and the Beatles.
Yeah, there's a movie.
You've never seen the Deer Hunter?
What?
Robert De Niro,
right?
Yeah, Christopher Walken, the famous scene with the Russian roulette.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, dude! I would show it if we weren't on YouTube, but
yeah,
classic
crazy
scene.
Fucking movie,
yeah.
Man.
Christopher Walken's like coming out movie where like everybody's like, oh my God, this guy's amazing type thing. Really young Christopher Walken. As a matter of fact, well, it's YouTube. We'll get probably strike for it, but
we'll get struck down.
Exactly. This is absolutely gorgeous. But ladies and gentlemen, the That Blows cover of the century is coming up.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh, that blows.
Oh wow.
Blows. No words are necessary.
Holy shit.
It's been the talk of, and and we figured we'd just go ahead and talk about it now, just because.
That's bad, guys.
Do you think John Cassidy actually like did this on purpose? Like he made it shitty and he went, you know what? Editors at Marvel are so dog shit now that I bet you I could create the worst cover ever and it will get passed.
God, man, that's bad.
This is really
Is that
bad,
Frank
dude.
Miller?
No, it's John Cassidy, bro.
Oh, that's right. It's Cassidy.
This is the guy who drew Planetary. This is the guy who drew Astonishing X-Men. It is really, really bad.
Can you like,
chewing
hit
his
him
own
up on his IG and say, this book really sucks, right?
I wonder
bro?
what they said to him on his IG. Let's take a look here.
I mean, it looks like he's chewing his own teeth. What is he doing?
It's like, hey, John, are you okay, man? Like, this is pretty bad.
I mean, like, that's John Cassidy right there. Famous for doing all the little scales on Captain America's chest. Look, that is rough, too. Maybe he's just...
Yeah, that kind of looks like the one we just saw. What
Right?
the fuck, bro? He's got a template.
Maybe he's just... Has he become like... I mean, there's no way. I mean, he's got to be getting so much shit. December 9th. How has he
said,
not...
I better not use AI anymore. I better start drawing regular.
I mean, I've seen on Twitter that like other artists and stuff are
redoing
making
it.
fun of him.
Oh, big time.
They're making
bro.
fun. They're making. I mean, other artists. That's terrible.
Yeah. They're redoing the cover. You know what I mean? Like, I saw Aaron Lopresti during a podcast the other day while they were just sitting there talking. He's redoing the cover, and he just does a really great version. I've seen like 5 other people do a better cover in like a couple hours than this. There's no way, man. I don't get it. This looks like, so if you see here, the beast head is supposed to be from a side angle, but it looks like if you just went like this and didn't see his other half of his head, it looks like he's looking at you straight on, and you're just not seeing the other half.
You're right. Like if you cover, half, like it almost looks like he fucked up and goes, you know what? I'm going to make it look like he's like a side version.
Yeah.
Right. Like he changed it in the last minute.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Shout out to Lord Zero. What's up, brother?
Now, if you cover both of your eyes, it doesn't look that bad. If you go like this.
Keep It Thoro says, maybe I got to start drawing regular. Greatest quote ever.
Right? He's all, they're on to me. I can't use AI anymore.
Oh, dude. He's got to be just fucking with people. There's no way.
He wanted to be banned from comics.
It's a good start. You know what I mean? See what his next book is. Can't wait.
This is definitely going down. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have a feeling that this is going to be worst cover of the year. If there's an even worse cover than this, we have problems, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Frank Miller did one, right? That one's pretty bad.
But this is worse, dude. I think this might be the worst cover
this
I've seen
guy's
in 10
young.
years. This is
Frank
John
Miller's
Cassidy.
old.
Yeah. He's still. I don't know, man. Who knows?
What's that shit on his nose, dude? On Wolverine's nose. What the fuck is that? It looks like a looks like a cock, bro. What the fuck is that?
It looks like Frank Miller drew this. Right? I wonder why hasn't. Let's check out his Instagram. Let's see if he's catching a lot of shit on his Instagram.
Or he just didn't put that one on.
Tagged. Let's go to tagged. He must be deleting it all or something.
Delete his whole page, bro. Hey, wait, go back up. Go back up.
Look at
Go
this
back up.
Captain
No,
America.
no,
It's even rough. And that he
Right above that one, Brian.
No way. That's not him.
That's
somebody.
That's him.
No, that's somebody tagging him. These are people
Okay,
that have
all right.
tagged him. I mean,
I could draw too.
this is rough, dude.
Hey, John, can you be my friend?
Jesus, dude. Yeah, look, he must be deleting it all because I know people have got to be tagging him.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I know it's all over Twitter or X.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what their. Anyways, yeah, it's pretty rough. So there is your That Blows cover of the century. So we're just gonna end this segment now because it can never be worse.
Thank God. Yeah, man. What a year.
Yeah.
Our year. This culminates into this cover.
But seriously, like taking 2023 in its entirety, this cover pretty much sums it up for all of us, right?
Yeah. And is that a variant?
Yes, dude. This is a variant. Dude, the A
Bro.
cover is good. The A cover is great. The two variants are rough. This is the A cover. I like it.
That's
It's not
not bad.
amazing.
Yeah,
It's not amazing, but it's good.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Look at the two variants. So we saw the Cassidy one. This is the other variant.
Oh my God, dude. Fuck no. Who drew that? All red? What the fuck?
Oh,
is
Joe
that?
says he wants
Nick-
the OA.
Nick Bradshaw. Dude, Joe, if you could buy the OA for that Cassidy piece, you would go down. That's like the Captain America OA, bro. That's a good purchase. In 10 years, it'll probably sell for $150,000.
It probably would.
Yeah.
That would be it would be a legendary piece.
I hate to
You
say
know,
though.
and maybe he just said, "Hey, watch. I'm going to draw the most fucked up cover. Watch."
Yeah, I don't think there's OA for this because I think that he drew this on his iPad like 10 minutes before. He's like, "Fuck, I had a cover I had to turn in." He's like, pulled out the iPad really quick.
He did it just to see if people would actually criticize him, just because like kind of like there was a guy locally who has no arms, and he played soccer, but he had arms to like here, it's like right here,
Mm-hmm.
and he would purposefully, because like in soccer, if from here down is a handball, so he had a little section that could be considered that, and he would use it all the time, and nobody would ever call the foul on him because they were embarrassed. And so finally a ref called a handball on him, and everybody like stopped and was like, and he walked up to that ref and goes, "I've been waiting years for somebody to call that foul on me. Thank you."
Man, that's a great fucking story, dude.
Have you heard the story about Jamarcus Russell, where the second they knew that there was no point in putting any more effort into this kid, when one of the Raiders coaches handed him some plays or some game film to study, and he handed it to him in like a disc in a case, and Jamarcus Russell came back the next week and he goes, "Hey, you watched all that game film, right?" And Jamarcus Russell was like, "Yeah, I watched it all. It was a blank disc in the case." Right? So that's when the coaches were like, "We knew, we're just done with this guy." That could be the same type of thing. Maybe John Cassidy's been like, the Marvel editors have been dicking me around forever, and I'm just going to see if I can get this passed. You know, maybe in like a month, maybe after it comes out, because it still hasn't come out yet. Remember, comes out January 4th, right? So January 24th. So we can't even call this worst cover of this year. It's worst cover of next year. I mean,
Yeah, it's a future worst cover.
I swear to God, if that's at my LCS, I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna tear it
in front of him.
Everybody's gonna buy it. That's what's gonna be funny. Is everybody's
Maybe
gonna buy it.
that's why he did it. Maybe that's why he did
I'm
it.
gonna buy it and I'm gonna tear it.
Hey,
I
a
promise
perfect
you.
example. You know, we had that Black Riding Hood book on here where they did it specifically to show that controversy sells comics. Maybe he's doing the same thing. He's going, not only can controversy sell comics, but a controversial bad cover can sell comics. and that's what he's
You know
doing
what?
right here.
He's probably at home watching us right now, and he goes, "Yeah, that's why I did it. Controversy.
I mean,
that's
I
why.
mean,
That's
did
it.
Liefeld
That's the ticket.
literally made his entire career out of that. So
By the way, did you see Liefeld's interview on Billy Tucci's YouTube channel?
No, I missed it.
Dude, you guys got to watch it. It is awesome. Rob Liefeld is, I can't say it enough, one of the best people to watch. And it was a full show of Rob Liefeld, just nonstop Rob Liefeld. You guys got to go check it out. Shout out to the great Billy Tucci. All right. You guys know how we do this. We started off with the whoa blow, and then we go into Buy the Dip. Love that thorough. The cover should have Frank Miller drawn Beast torso and Liefeld drawn the feet. Yeah, right. All right, here we go, you guys. Starting off with an interesting book that it seems like every couple of months this book shows up here. Gets hot, dies down, gets hot, dies down. Well, now it's died down again. Hulk #1, first appearance of Red
There's a new
Hulk.
writer for the new Cap movie, right? So
I
brand
thought they
new
were already
writer.
filming it. Weren't they filming it
Well, I
already?
thought so
No?
too, man. Like,
Yeah.
how do you film scenes and then get a new writer? You know?
oh yeah. This one hit its lowest price since 2020. A CGC 9.8. So this year, for most of 2023, up until about a month ago, 9/8 of this has still been a $300 book. This did peak at like $750. This week, a 9/8 sold for $125.
Wow. Yeah. How much was it peaking for again?
It peaked at $750 for 9/8 for 9/8. But like I said, even this year, pretty much all the way up until October, this has been a $300 9/8.
Chad Cave's gonna just pissed everybody off because now they're never gonna unsee it. There's a face in his torso. Yeah, it looks like the nose, and then his eyes are his nipples, and
Oh
Hey,
my
yeah,
god,
yeah, there is a face. Yeah,
that looks better than Beast.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god, it looks like one of the Eternals. What is the gods of the Eternals?
Oh,
Celestials. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what it looks like. Well, $125 for a 9/8 of this might be a good pickup because you might be able to flip it for double once we start seeing Harrison Ford screenshots, or whatever they release. Of course, a trailer. Yeah, this might be a nice time to start picking up 9/8 of this. You might be able to find it for less, $100 for a 9/8 of this.
Yeah.
So, yep. And Max Sin City Collectible says all for a first cover. Yeah, he's not even in this issue, right? He's only on the cover. But I mean it's hard to say when you got a cover like that it's not a first full, it's not a first appearance. It's really hard.
Yep.
Hey, that's what she said.
I've been waiting for you to come back, brother. Just for moments like that. All right. Moving on. Another Buy the Dip book this week. This is Catwoman, issue number 15 from 2019, the Art Germ foil exclusive with that beautiful, dull as crap DC foil.
Yeah, now there's two versions of the foils. There's a gold boutique variant, and then this one's like just the regular foil. They're both convention specific, but this one 9/8 of this peaked at 120. I think the buy-in on these was like 15, $20 or something like that to even buy them at the conventions. This one peaked, 9/8 peaked at 125, and this week a 9/8 sold for an all-time low of $23 for a 9/8.
Wow. Less than the cost of grading, dude.
Like I said, I think the cost to buy it at the cons was like $20, like $15 to $20. So it's almost less than the cost to buy it at all.
Unreal.
But what I think the point on this is if you liked some of these con variants and stuff, I mean, like if I would have seen this for $20, even though I don't necessarily like the foils, for $20 for a 9/8, I would have bought this for $20. Like not even really thinking about it, and just put it in my PC and been happy forever.
Yep, I agree. That's
Shit,
a
I
great
would have
pick.
bought it and relisted it.
Yeah.
and then hit up the guy. Hey, I sold that book I bought from you last week.
Yeah.
I got 100.
Unreal.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm just playing.
Hey, I saw a vid. Like, I keep seeing these images of these DC foils, and the it's just so crap. It's absolute crap, and I just wish somebody would figure out a better way, a better process to make these foil covers, and do the chromium, whatever you can do, because these are garbage. And I was watching. Shout out to Dave Collects. Make sure you guys are following his IG account. He did a really good video where he recently got one of the Adam Hughes Zatanna foils that Bird City and Hive did back from CGC. And it was a 9/8 signature series, beautiful book, except there were fingerprints all over it, like the person who was all over the case and the inside. And it looked like the person was eating powdered donuts. And there's fingerprints in like powdered donuts on the inside of the case. And it's so rough, and there's little pieces of plastic in there. I was like, oh my God, man. And that's been happening more and more. So we got to get quality control rocking over there. What's going on? All right, moving on. Mr. Miracle #1 from 2017. I never understood why this book was taking off. I like Mr. Miracle as a character. I like the old school stuff, but I never understood why this book took off the way it did.
I was, what's funny is when I saw this, I thought the exact same thing. I thought, why? I wonder if anybody can even remember why we were paying raw. We were paying like $25-$30 for this raw. And I couldn't figure out why. I'm like, why were we paying that? I don't even remember.
I think at the time, I want to say there was talk of them doing Mr. Miracle movie, right? Because wasn't that the time period when the Snyder Justice League stuff was going on, and they were trying to, do the whole dark side stuff and New Gods. So maybe that was it. I know Tom King books get a lot of love when they're first coming out, so that might have been it too. But I never understood why this one was selling for as high as it was. And again, another book, less than the cost of grading, you can buy it for now.
Yeah, this one peaked at 145 in 9/8. In February of this year, it was still $100 9/8. And this week a 9/8 sold for $20.
Wow.
So
unreal, man. It's sad that good, decent books. I'm not saying this is a decent book, but some people might think so. Decent books are selling for less than the cost of grading, already graded in a 9/8. I'd understand if it was like a 9/6 or something, but yeah. 135 watching live right now. You guys, please hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us out. Shout out to the Righteous Flipper reminding everybody to do so. Let's move on to the next Buy the Dip book. Oh, this is one that I've always loved. Star Wars The Force Awakens #1, the Quesada black and white 1/300 variant. Always loved Quesada variants. One of the best artists in comics. And now he's kind of become that guy that just does really high ratio variants, and that's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, and this one's gorgeous. Like normally I don't like the black and white versions, but this black and white is just beautiful. I mean, it just looks, it has that great look to it, kind of like the Silver Surfer Francovias. I mean, just looking out into space, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
And this one's not the easiest to find, even though it's a Star Wars #1. It still is not the easiest to find, because it is a 1 in 300. 9/8 of this peaked at 1,500 for 9/8.
Wow.
Now there is the one caveat with this sale is it was a CBCS. Now, whether or not you like CBCS or don't like CBCS, if you wanted this book, you would be a moron to buy the CGC version of this, because a CBCS 9/8 of this sold this week for $380, which is by far, this book in 2017 when it came out was in 9/8 was a $500 book when it came out. So you may hate the CBCS cases, whatever, crack it, send it to CGC. I'm telling you, I've graded with both of them many, many times, and pretty much across the board, they grade very, very similar. Very similar. They're going to have some slight variance here and there, but heck, I've had variance just from sending my own book, cracking it, send it right back to CGC, and I get a different grade from them. So you're going to have variance somewhat, but that's a massive difference for what this thing sold for as a CBCS 9/8.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the race spinoff movies.
Oh God, stop saying that. Don't even mess with them. Don't even troll them with that. I don't even want them to think about that.
Yeah, they've already announced it, bro.
Oh no, I didn't think it was real.
Oh yeah, no, it's real.
Yeah, oh, man, I hope Filoni nixes that, and nixes the Watiti movie too. Get rid of that one also. Jeez, terrible. All right, next on By the Dip, Geiger #1. Now, before we talk about how cheap this has gotten, I do want to say that this is one of the few really good things that's happening in comics right now, and that's Jeff Johns, what Jeff Johns is doing with the Ghost Machine imprint. And if you guys didn't know, Jeff Johns basically left DC and the big publishers to go kind of find his love again and find everybody's love again for comics, and he brought a bunch of big creators with him, and they're basically starting a new imprint. He started a new imprint, and he's got all these big creators going over there to write stories with him in this Geiger-verse Ghost Machine universe. And they have that new Ghost Machine book coming out, right? So I love this stuff, and I love the Geiger storyline. I love the art. Great series. I hope it does better, but man, this has really dropped.
Yeah, 9/8 of this peaked at 110. This week, all-time low for a CGC 9/8, $18.
$18 for a 9/8, bro?
Yeah.
$18 for a 9/8.
That shit sell on Whatnot or what, bro? Wow. $18.
$18.
I hope he charged like $60 shipping. Poor bastard. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's a rough one, man. That's
maybe it's like the wife that divorced the guy and she goes, I'm gonna fuck your world up. I'm gonna sell all these books for $20. No.
Put it on a 24-hour auction starting at 4 a.m.
No,
on
I'm
the East Coast.
I didn't even like her. Right? I got all this shit going through my head right now.
That's rough, man.
Right? Because
Well,
I mean that looks like it's being sold for $18 on purpose. So yes, I told you I get it under 20. I get that sold for you under 20, bro. I promise.
That's rough. That's rough. I'd love to see what some of those second prints, those rare second prints and third prints from this series. Cause remember, those were always catching. Those were really catching a bunch of heat. I'd love to
Oh
see
yeah.
what those are going for nowadays. You know, but that is By the Dip, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys give us a thumbs up and go check out Spec Media, our boy Richie, doing great things over there with the help of our good friend YeeZee Yee. So go check out By the Dip on his channel, where he does a show where he even goes deeper into this stuff over on Spec Media. 779 subscribers. We need to get him to 1,000 subs. We've been trying for a while. There's 142 of you guys now. You guys can find the link in the description below, or just type in Spec Media with 2 S's into YouTube and sub up. Go show Richie some love for doing some good stuff over there. So, all right, let's get into it. Almost 10. Starting off with an interesting one, a very interesting one. A book that I've never heard of. The Mystery of Wolverine Woo-Bait by Joe Coleman. What an interesting name.
Yeah, Wolverine with 2 O's.
Yeah.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
And Woo-Bait. Okay. I don't know what this is. It came out 40 years ago. Did you see the back cover of this, Brian? No. Okay. While you talk about this briefly. Okay, so just for context, and while Brian hopefully has some kind of information on this, this sold this week for $180. This, whatever this is.
Well,
and I'm gonna find.
I want to show people what the art of Joe Coleman looks like. I believe he's the artist. He does the art too. Very 70s, early 80s, independent-esque Robert Crumb style, but very detailed, right? I mean, like, look at that. Jeff Darrow, like, really detailed. I mean, all the little patterns and everything. I mean, this looks amazing.
Man, this motherfucker's a serial killer, dude. Look at this shit, dude. Wow. Bro, get some help.
An amazing one-shot comic by the legendary Joe Coleman, originally published in 1982 in an ultra-limited self-published edition. So they did reprint it because it is so hard to find, and they reprinted it in 2004. Again, I mean, the art of this guy is amazing, like just unreal. And I don't know much about Joe Coleman. If anybody in the chat does, it sounds like he is one of those OGs of the old school independent age. But like I said, I mean, his art is crazy, very Robert Crumb-esque on that for sure.
Yeah. So I just sent you a direct message, Brian, and that's the back cover.
Yes, I did see this. Here we go. That's pretty crazy, right? It's got the guy, the famous sideshow. Like, these are famous sideshow people, it looks like. These two. This guy was a famous sideshow.
It looks like the parents of the Garbage Pail Kids, dude.
Right? Yeah, that's a great point. That's a good.
If they had parents.
Yeah.
Garbage Pail parents. Huh?
That's cool, man. How much did this sell for again?
This $180.
Wow. Probably not in the greatest condition either.
No, it did not look like it.
What is it? What does JT Keel says? Okay, then I don't know what I did. Erased my first ever post. Guess I know I'm where I'm wanted. Thanks, I'm out. We didn't release it. We didn't delete any of your posts, brother. JT Keel.
We don't delete posts.
No. If something gets deleted, it's because YouTube does it. But we never delete posts. Yeah.
Nope. The only posts we delete are spam. If there's, whatever, some spam post, that's the only time we delete. Anything else we do not delete.
Yeah. So I apologize if YouTube maybe saw something. They for some reason there's certain things that they don't allow. Back in the Flipside days, we used to have a list of words that YouTube says that they don't like, and at one point we put it in like our not allowed words. And it almost made the chat non-existent because there's so many crazy things that they don't like. But it could have been something like that on for that.
Man, this dude got mad for that.
I understand it.
I don't know.
Fuck you guys.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I didn't even see the post.
Yeah. And Dave's collection is he's got a good point. His art is very Jim Rugg like. Red Room, Eddie P, Jim Ruggs type stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So
never heard of it.
Yep. All right, moving on. In the next almost 10 spot, Moon Knight number 30. This recently came out. This is the final issue of Moon Knight for the 2023 run. This is the Hidden Gems 1 in 200 Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Now, I'm going to say something. I got a hot take on this. You ready for this? This is probably the worst cover out of all of them for that issue.
Which kind of stinks because the Sienkiewicz from years ago was probably one of the best Moon Knight covers ever.
Well, he's probably considered the greatest, the Moon Knight. Yeah, the Moon Knight guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. But I don't know if this one was this not announced?
It was a Hidden Gems one. It's one of the ones where they do like the spoiler cover thing and type deal.
Okay. Yeah, so 1 in 200. It's selling for right about 200. But it's one of those you're like, it's probably going to be rare, but do I want to spend $200 on it? I don't.
Well, have you seen the other covers for it?
Yeah, I think I did see a couple of the other ones.
Oh my God, I got to show you guys these. All right. So, like I said, I think this is probably the worst cover of all of them. There's a ton of variants for this issue. I want to say there's some retailer exclusives too. But look how good this is the Elizabeth Torque 1 in 25. That's pretty good. I like that. Here is the Capullo. And then there's, of course, a Virgin for this one, too. It's okay. I like how he's on the moon like that, And it's kind of cool seeing Capullo do Moon Knight because, like, Moon Knight's, of course, the Marvel version of Batman type deal. But look at this In-Huck Lee variant.
That one's badass.
Look at that. Oh,
fuck yeah, dude. That one's awesome, dude.
Unbelievable. And then I think there's another good one here. Hold on. Yeah, look at so this is the Peach Momoko, and it's actually a decent Peach Momoko. And
wait. That cover right before was literally just a moon. Well, I could draw that.
Well, what? You know why? DC did the logo.
That's
variant.
Not even a I know, but that's not even a design. That's
bro. Check out that Scotty Young, dude.
And that's what I was getting at next. And look at this one too. Look at the Steve
awesome,
Morris. So the Scotty Young is great, and for those of you guys who don't know, there's a new Vengeance. I guess they're calling this character Vengeance or something like that, right? The Vengeance or the I forget. Is there a new Moon Knight character? Because they killed off the other one supposedly, but also that Scotty Young is great. Look at this one, dude. This one's awesome too.
Yeah, it's not bad.
They're all better than that Sienkiewicz. For
Is he in somebody's mouth?
Yeah, he's in somebody's mouth, dude. He's in a mummy's mouth. That's what she said.
That's a big mummy.
Yeah. So, very interesting. But of course, you know, Moon Knight fans, Sienkiewicz fans, they go hand in hand. If you guys don't know, by the way, first ever Bill Sienkiewicz art is in a UK Hulk magazine issue, number 13, I believe. I've been lucky enough to find a couple of them. They're super cool, great cover. But they also have the first Bill Sienkiewicz art in it, so be on the lookout for that. How much is this one selling for out the gate?
200. So it's 1 and 200, selling right at ratio.
That's not bad. I wouldn't pay for that much for it for sure. Moving on. A beautiful Mirka Andolfo cover right here. Scooby Apocalypse, issue number 36, the Andolfo variant from 2019.
Now this one kind of threw me because I saw the sale price and I was like, okay, this is the last issue. You know, it was probably under ordered. You know, I was like, oh, you know, 9.8 sold for decent. Oh no, this was a 9.6 that sold. CGC 9.6 sold for $150 for this. Wow. So, in other words, make sure, and not just 36. There's some of those other later in the late 30s of this issue of this run. If you see those in the back issue bins, you need to be buying these. I don't know why, but I didn't check the print runs on any of these, but they must be pretty low.
That was a blue-green sale. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Blue-green, yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, that's dope. It's always nice to hear when you guys have some of the sales that we show on the shows. It's been happening a lot lately. So, and a 9.6 at that. I mean, this must be a ghost out there, right?
Mm-hmm. It must be.
Yeah. Tony says, been selling for 30 to 40 raw for a while now.
Which, again, I mean, okay, so 30 to 40 raw, a 9.6 should only be about 50 or 60 bucks. I mean, it shouldn't be 150 unless they're just trash. I mean, maybe I don't know, but that's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, good for you. I'm happy for you.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Awesome.
But I'm definitely going to be looking for old or late issue Scooby Apocalypse books.
Yep. All right. Moving on. This is an interesting one. Two covers that you're going to see for this one. Godzilla Rulers of Earth, number 12, the retailer exclusive or retailer incentive variant, which is this doesn't come up on cover price, so cover price, throw this one in there. And there is the color and the black and white Jamie Tyndall retailer incentive variants. So
yeah,
look, that's
an old long short bubblegum cover here.
And look at the eye in the window. I love that.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever. Well, apparently nobody has ever heard of this because, I couldn't find many sales on this in like the last 2 years at all. But somebody sold this as a set, and the set sold for $120 for the set of these two.
Wow.
For some, yeah, which is crazy.
I wonder if James Kreider bought those. Is that you, James, that bought those?
Hood, would you, if you saw these in a back issue bin at Half Price Books, would you buy these?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Bubblegum.
Yeah.
That's a thing, man. It's almost like homaging the Campbell one where Spidey's jumping out the window type of shit.
Well, also, this is from 2014. This is an old book.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a
And what's
long time ago.
And who's the retailer on that? I'm not that I ever say, but I can't see it. I mean, it's right there on the cover.
Yesteryear Comics. So that's got to be
That's
a
the
really
one-
early retailer incentive.
Isn't Yesteryear the same one that had that Spider Gwen? Didn't they have a Spider Gwen cover, like a pink one that people wanted? Am I thinking the wrong place?
I'm
I
not
could be.
sure. I don't remember. I couldn't tell you. But this is a definitely one of those books that a lot of people are going to be looking for now. That 2014 for retailer incentive is kind of interesting. Not many retailers were doing that at the time that I can remember. Maybe just Larry's Comics and a few others. But it didn't really get heavy until like 2017, 2018, if I remember correctly. So
When did that Venom come out?
Yeah,
Simon's
that-
Venom.
I
When
feel
did Simon's Venom? Was that 20? Was that?
Sad Lemon,
Can't remember.
Del Auto Venom cover.
Oh, so Brad said Yesteryear does a lot of $10 covers. So he must be, maybe he's local to them.
Yeah, I can't find that.
It's got a lot of Jim Lee influence in his art, man. Tyndall.
I initially thought it was John Royal.
Yeah, and that would be another good guess, too.
2017, around 2017 is when the Sad Lemon one came out.
Okay, so this was even before that.
Yeah. 2017 or 2016. I believe it was 2016, but I could be wrong.
Crazy.
Yeah. Cool book right here. Godzilla Rulers of Earth number 12. All right, moving on the almost 10, 173 watching live. Oh, I love talking about this series. Vamps versus Wolves. Issue number 5. Now, for those of you guys that watch Beyond Wednesdays, a few weeks ago, we did a deep dive into this series. And the reason that we did a deep dive into this series was because I found out about a Momoko book that I had never seen. And I usually I'm not a big fan of Momoko art. There's only like 4 covers max that I like. But when I saw this, I thought to myself, man, that's an actual good Momoko book. And I was like, wow, it's old. And then I realized how rare it was. And so I bought one. And after I bought it, Cover Price did a little thing on it on their IG account. They didn't know I bought it. So shout out to the seller. This is the Momoko versus number 4 variant. Now, these were all Kickstarter books. 1 through 4 they did. As you can see, Gatorbait Comics. There's only 100 of these Momoko variants, just like there's only 100 of these Carla Vizgala variants. Now, they did these 100 variants for a couple of books. The Paul Blair art is so good. So don't sleep on the Paul Blair covers. You'll fall in love with them. If you saw the Wednesday night review last week, Leg showed he recently picked up a couple of the variants for...
Hold on, I just blanked out. Did you say something about Paul Blart?
Blair.
Oh, Blair.
Yeah, he's the writer and
My bad.
Artist.
My
for
bad.
this. Yeah.
Okay.
It sounded like Paul Blart.
But he came out with this, and he did his own another Kickstarter just for issue number 5. It is the final issue of Vamps versus Wolves, and it was in 2020. And look at the covers So these are all the covers that he did. I mean, look at these, man. So good. This is the hit. Look at that. I mean, yeah, that's amazing. There's the regular cover. This is the bloody variant, and there's the the number 200 variant for that. So very rare books. These versus sneak peek. These versus Vamps versus Wolves series. It's even hard to find info on them on the internet. You got to do some deep digging. So I think that because we're kind of bringing it to the light, I think that this series is going to blow up, which makes me mad because they're going to become even harder for me to find. I've only got the Momoko one. I got to get the others. I'm falling in love with this series. So I would love to hear from anybody else that's picked any up.
Yeah, well, this
Scott
one's
Blair. I apologize, you guys. I didn't mean. I apologize. I'm messing up names lately. Not Paul Blair. Scott Blair. Blair. Yeah.
Okay. Or Paul Blart.
Yeah.
Either one.
Yeah. Whatever you heard.
Yeah. Yeah. This one sold for $60 this week.
I would have been all over that, man. Damn. Very, very cool. All right. That's why people love the Almost 10, Stein. For books like these.
Weirdos.
Moving on to the sneak peek book. I am so mad that I haven't found one of these yet. I Am Groot #1, the J. Fosgate variant, and this is amazing.
Bro, that is so good.
It is beyond good, bro. Excellent.
Yeah, I don't know why I initially thought it was Scotty Young, but
it has a little bit of a Scotty Young look to it, especially some of his Galactus covers, kind of have that moon look. Oh man.
Yeah, this one there's not very many of them available, I will say, which is odd because it's just a 1 in 25. But it sold this, and this is not new. I mean, this is 6 years old.
Yeah,
more than 6 years old. It sold this week for $63. So, the last sale that I could find was like several months ago for like $20, like $15-20. Yeah, so I don't know if somebody was like, oh crap, this is really not easy to find, I'm paying $63 for it. I don't know.
Raw.
Yeah, Raw.
I could see this being one of those type of books, man. It's a great cover, great series. This is one of those books that a lot of people forgot about, and now they're seeing it, and they're like everybody else, kicking themselves for not picking one up. So, man,
that's a good
cool
cover, man.
Yeah.
I gotta have it.
Yep. Got to be on the lookout now. Search some more half-price books, Hood. Moving on. Dave Stevens is getting some major love in the secondary market right now. Thank God. It's much needed. And this one just had a recent sale that blew everybody away. The 3D Zone issue number 16, the Air variant, which has no title and no Canadian price tag. For everybody,
which is funny. Which is funny because you say it has no title, but it looks like the title is right there, but that's not the actual title of the book.
Yeah, 3D Zone is the title, and man, how this one sold for a ridiculous amount. And was it a 9.8?
It was a 9.8. CGC 9.8 sold for $4,100 this week.
What a great
cover. But I didn't realize the back cover is the Vanguard cover. which is honestly one of my favorite Dave Stevens covers, is the Vanguard.
Yeah.
Um,
God, that's a great cover.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Stevens is got to be top 5, right? I mean, for a lot of people, if they know who Dave Stevens is, he's got to be in their top 5 for most people. I would think. Could be wrong. He's definitely in mine.
yeah, I wonder. I always wonder if he would have ever. I mean, I know he didn't, but I mean, like, just because he was doing all these little indie, publishers and stuff like that, like if he would have ever, if his stuff would be even more, if he would have been at Marvel or, something like that.
Absolutely, man. If they would have given him as much freedom as these independents, absolutely.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the covers that he could have done?
Has anybody
Yeah.
seen the Dave Stevens documentary yet?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. I got to check it out, man.
You haven't seen it, Brian? What the
No.
fuck, bro?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
It's fantastic, dude. It is just they could make a movie about that and the relationship he built with the real Betty Page. He took care of her when she got older and bought her groceries.
Oh,
and
wow. That is cool.
yeah, man.
Good for him. That's cool. Damn.
Well, it's not good for him. He's dead, but
Well,
Oh,
yeah. Good for him when he was doing it.
yeah.
All right, moving on. This one's a cool one too. We talk about weird books on the Almost 10 quite regularly, and convention programs are on this a lot. This is the Heroes convention program from 1994. Now, if you guys don't know, Heroes is kind of like Adam Hughes' home base con, right? And he has been doing covers or back covers or pinups in like every Heroes convention program ever, it feels like. But I mean, not necessarily, but maybe from like 90 on. And this is on the back cover of the 94 edition. Here's the front cover. It's got a great JR and JR Senior piece. But the back cover is a Adam Hughes bone drawing that is just great. Excellent.
yeah. And this is from 94. So this is a while ago.
Well,
I don't know. I wonder how many of these are still out there.
dude, we should have you deep dived his Heroes Con covers.
I've seen some of them.
Oh, dude, hold on, let me put this. Heroes Convention. All right, so here are some of the Heroes Convention stuff that you can see from Hughes. Like, oh, not that one. Hold on.
I'm not. Radamaz
That one?
asks, is that all Hughes or is it a collab? Like,
No.
like it looks like he drew the girl, but did he draw the?
It's all
Did he draw the
Hughes.
bone characters?
I believe it's all Hughes, but I could be wrong. I believe it's all Hughes though. I could be wrong though. Maybe it is. It's got different signatures on it, so it could be a collab. This is the convention program from 2002. It's got
wow.
that. It's got that great Adam Hughes, Mary Jane. Hold on, we got more. There's the Dallas Comic Con one. Actually, here, let's do this. All these Heroes Con have something Adam Hughes in it, whether it's a back cover or a front cover or a pinup, like this one. Here's the original art for a back cover he did. All right? I mean, that's excellent, man. So be on the lookout for all the convention programs. Just nothing but great Hughes pieces inside, outside, back cover, front cover. I think that these are going to start becoming, much more sought after. I'm always looking for con programs, especially the bigger cons, and of course, people are starting to love the artist books, old sketchbooks that they used to sell. So, how much did this sell for?
This, for some reason, people were buying stuff for $63 this week, because this one sold for $63 as well.
Wow, that's awesome, dude.
But again, I mean, it's one of those that you may not realize that. Yeah, I mean, Rad said it doesn't necessarily look like his art. The female looks like Hughes.
Definitely, yeah, definitely, it looks like Hughes.
It's hard to tell with the bone characters.
It says AH right underneath her, so
it's hard to the bone characters could be drawn by pretty much anybody. Not taking away anything from Jeff Smith, just saying that their shape is not anything like stylistically that can't be copied pretty easily. But
shout out to the Colonel. Good to see you, brother. One of these days we're going to have to do another show going over our magazine stuff. I know we've done it before. I love talking about con programs and great magazine books and stuff like that. So we're going to have to do that sometime soon. All right, moving on. Another one. And another one. All right, this is a book or something we talked about recently on Beyond Wednesdays also for our market report. Now, there is a seller that has been selling Mark Jeweler variants recently of high-grade keys, a lot of Spider-Man keys. And here is a good example. Currently, I don't know if it's the same one. Currently, there is one that has some major Mark Jeweler variants available to buy, or that are up for auction right now, and they are selling for ridiculous. It's so hard to get these Mark Jeweler variants in such high grade, right?
yes.
And they are selling for a lot of money. How much did this one sell for?
Yeah, so ASN 252, CGC 98, 15,700.
Yeah.
Now, I put a caveat on this. Do you actually believe this sale? Because this exact copy, same serial number, the exact copy sold in August, so 4 months ago, for 2,300.
Well, I got something to show you. I don't know if it's the same seller. We're going to find out here. Check this out. Currently, Incredible Hulk 340, 9.8. 3 days left. It's got 23 bids. It's at $7,000. Secret Wars 8, currently 3 days, 22 hours left. 33 bids, $5,600. Mark Jeweler's variant. X-Men 266 First Gambit. Currently, 13 bids, 5 days left, just under $2,000 for a Mark Jeweler's variant. Let's take a look and see if this is the same seller that sold it. It is. And he also sold in New Mutants 98 for $12,700. An Amazing Spider-Man 238 Canadian price variant, $4,850.
Can you click on the New Mutants and the ASM and look at the bids?
Yeah. I mean, this guy is like, I'm getting out. Hold on here.
Yeah, I mean, where JC says it seems fishy, but it's got a lot of bids. Yeah, but I've seen a lot of those where where they're pumping those things up. They're basically just bidding like in $5 increments. They're
$100. So no, it's going up 10,000, 15,000. I mean,
So it's like the same, but see, look, it's 4 star
Yeah.
R, 4 star R, 4 star R,
2
2 star
9.
9.
It's two.
It's
Looks
like
like it's
three
two
people.
guys going after each other.
Yeah, I would look at the other. Look at the the New Mutants 98 and see if it's the same bidders.
It's his kids bidding on it, dude.
No, 8 star 6, 8 star 5, 4 star 3, 3. No, this is a bunch.
So
of,
they all start with a bunch of numbers.
well, this is fake. These aren't. eBay puts up these fake numbers, so you can't figure out the first and last letters of a thing. Yeah, these are fake.
It just seems. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, look how many bids are by that one person. I don't know. I have a hard time believing it because the book, like I said, it just sold 4 months ago for $2,300. You're saying it went up 7x in 4 months in
Look
this
at-
market,
Dude, look at these.
that seems really hard to.
Oh, this guy had some monsters.
I mean, I'm not saying these books aren't
Here's
amazing.
another a 9.6 Mark Jewelers he sold. He's got more Mark
I'm
Jewelers.
just-
Another
just-
9.6. Maybe that's the same book. I feel like some of these might be the same book. You might be right, Stein. What's going on here? This is kind of weird. Hey, shout out
Check
to
the
fucking
serial
Rad.
numbers.
Shout out to fucking Rad, who did a deep dive on some autograph books that we were talking about in the past couple months, and showed that there's some really bad fake autograph sellers on eBay.
Hey, that's the same one. That's the same. No, it's not the same Gambit because the Gambit he had
was a newsstand.
Yeah, and a label.
Yeah. So, let's get our detectives on the case. It might not be, but if it is, man, this guy was. I'm telling you, I really think that a lot of people are just getting out. They're like, you know what? I'm going to get out while I can. We'll see what happens. But I don't know.
This one seems more fishy for a different. I'm not sure what the reasons are.
Yeah, dude, 15 grand. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it could
13
be
grand
it could be legit. I mean, there's not
Well-
that many out there.
Well, here's this. I know somebody that sold a 9.8 Mark Jewelers New Mutants book for 16 grand.
Mm-hmm.
So, to see it drop to 12.7 is not, that makes sense. And, we'll find out. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We
This-
got some work to do.
Comic Selects, he's got 98% positive feedback, 723 items sold. So,
Yeah, it's
very
pretty
interesting.
low. That's pretty low for 700 items, man.
yeah.
Click on
Hold it. 700 items, and he's only got his feedback at what's his feedback score?
98.4.
How
No,
many people
not
is
his percent, not his percentage, his number.
He's got
329?
72 positive and 1 negative. So he's only got one.
So he's only
negative.
got 72 positive
Yeah.
out of how many?
700?
700.
Mm,
That is
Man.
kind of that is kind
What-
of. Let me see. Oh,
90% of the people like choose not to put any kind of feedback.
yeah.
well,
Well,
I'm
there's a
gonna,
lot
I'm
of
gonna look at
people out,
mine.
There's a lot of people out there that don't put feedback, including me sometimes.
I'm gonna
So,
look at I'm gonna look at mine and just see what my percentage is.
Very honest
Um,
seller will work again in the future. Here's the negative.
Eight-
Seller claims to have sent my purchase to the wrong buyer after multiple requests for tracking info. Shady as hell. And then the seller put fully refunded immediately. Shady and impatient buyer. So that was a Sam.
Good
number
comeback.
one. Well, we know that
How do
there's a
you-
lot
Oh,
of
you're
people like
shady.
that. There's a lot of people like that. I hate these stupid things. Fuck off.
How I can't see how many, because I can't see on my, like when when I pull up my own dashboard, it doesn't show how many sales I've had. Like I can look. Oh no, there it is. Okay, so I've had 650 items sold, so that's less than what this guy is saying, right? Is that right?
So, say it again.
He said like 700.
700 items sold.
Yeah, mine says 654 items sold, and I've got 100%, and it's at 1823.
How many times have you left feedback, or how many feedback numbers do you have?
I have 1823.
Well, that includes your buys, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
But only
what about-
650 sold. 650 sold.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. A lot of people are saying in the chat that they don't leave feedback either. So, and Jeffrey Drake says that's 10%. Sounds about right. Most people don't respond unless they have a bad experience, which is true. I think that's true also. So, Nightwatch says that Dave Stevens book that you just highlighted sold in CGC 98 for $1,560 in August. So the recent sale is almost 4 times in a few months.
We have 1560 to 4,000, and Dave Stevens is hot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Different, is completely different than 2,000 to 16,000.
Yes.
In a book that's not hot.
Yeah. Yep.
The point of faking the sale is now you've got a $16,000 sale on GPA.
Yep.
Now you wait another 6 months and resell it again. And if you actually get somebody to go to GPA and be like, oh, it's a $16,000 book. Oh,
I'll give you 10.
It. Yeah, I got to steal it 10. That's the reason
10.
that you do that.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't necessarily know he shielded or that it was relisted because a lot of people don't have GPA. That sale was 4 months ago. That sale is not on eBay. They drop off after 3 months. If you don't have GPA, you can't see that it was the exact same serial number sold in August. It won't show up on eBay. It won't show up as a prior sale. It only goes back 90 days. So yes, there are, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be on eBay. You could take that book into a show and be like, man, look, people do it, especially in cards. They comp everything off of recent sales. And they're like, oh, the last sale was this. I'll give you 80% of that. And without even, they don't look at the serial number. They're not even paying attention. You take that book into a show and be like, yeah, this comp, look at GPA at 16,000. And dealer's like, okay, cool. I can't give you 16, but I'll give you 9. You take it. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, as High Nathan says, you set the ceiling high, then flood the under and get your come-ups.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm not saying that it's right at all. I'm just saying that to manipulate the system on this, because while we're looking at all these different angles, a lot of people are not. If they were, then they still wouldn't be pricing books at overstreet prices. I mean, they're just not. And all these people are trying to do is just try and find the people who aren't following it. And once you do, and you find somebody that's got some money, you just made a whole lot more profit.
Yep. You got them on the hook. So.
Yep.
All right. Moving on. Another interesting one. Cindy, number 3. As you can see, a very interesting cover with Hitler on it, and a girl saying, a fallen angel saying, "It's amazing, the most horrible villain in all history is on this planet. He's alive and he wants me dead." I don't know anything about this book. I've seen the cover in the past. It's an adult only from Apple Press in 1991.
And I've never even seen this cover, but I don't know. It seems like here recently there's been a lot of. I mean, I don't know if it's just the thing with with Israel or what, but it seems like they're like. It just always seems like this Hitler stuff just keeps coming back. Like,
It's It's one of those comic book tropes, man. It's not just Hitler too. It's Mussolini, Tojo. A lot of people are instantly going to say, "Oh, it's a racism thing." I don't think it is. I think it's a collecting thing. I don't think 10% of the people that collect, Hitler covers or swastika covers are racist. You know what I mean?
I think she's backwards, RJ.
Yeah, she's backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, as vile as a human that was, if you could even call him human,
it's almost a
it's
history
just one
thing
of,
too.
it
For those old
there's
books,
just
it is.
Didn't he eat his own shit?
Probably.
Wasn't
He
he
did a
one
lot
of those
shitty
people
stuff.
that eats their own shit and stuff?
Yeah, he got his head of his dick bitten off by a donkey. That is true.
what?
Mm-hmm.
What?
You've never heard about that?
No, man. Oh shit.
I just heard that he was like on like he was tweaking like all the time, like he was on drugs, like you can like see him like shaking all the time in press conferences and stuff because he was like so.
Yeah, he was on amphetamines.
So,
They had him on
yeah, he was so doped up.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure maybe that's an old thing that I've heard, but let me look it up. Right, that's a weird thing to look up, right?
Man, your computer is now being tracked.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to search. All right, here we go. Maybe that's fake. Maybe that's fake. Maybe I heard that somewhere or something.
I'm glad you looked it up because there is no way I was typing those words in my search engines.
I thought there was something about that.
Yeah, this cock eaten by a donkey. Swear.
Yeah. A recent British documentary dismissed the story.
Yeah, behind the scenes footage.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
It hurts.
Maybe that's just a joke I made up. Who knows?
Man, you said it like it was fact. You said it like it was fact. You were like, "Oh yeah, man, it happened." Oh
Hey,
yeah,
maybe it did, or maybe it didn't. Hitler had his penis bitten off by a donkey when he was a kid.
It's strange. He didn't do that before.
Chad Cave's like, "Am I awake? Is he saying this?" You heard me say crazier things.
Yeah.
How much did this sell for?
$35. It's not. I mean, it's not the rarest of books. There are sales out there, but again, like I said, I think I think right now there's a lot of attention on anything that has to do with that type of stuff. So, good or bad.
Who was the chick that told him that said that mustache looks pretty good? He goes, "You think?" I was gonna grow it all out. No, just right up
trim
to
it.
there. Yeah, just right up to there, under the nose. For real? Yeah, it looks good.
Oh man, that's weird. Yeah, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. Take that away. Pull that one back. Let's go ahead and edit that one out of here. So, all right. Yeah, off the rails. The doctor told him great therapy would be to draw. Yeah, that's what I remember, right? Like that's why he painted or something. I don't know. Yeah. I do think it's very interesting that these books sell just like there's other weird collecting things out there, you know? People collect bubblegum covers. That's kind of weird. You know? Maybe not. Where'd Stein go? Did Stein drop off? There he is.
Oh, he's back.
He's back. And he's back.
Yeah, he was talking shit about you when you left.
Yeah. He was exposed to amphetamines and barbiturates to help him continue with his duties as the Führer. He was actually exposed to those drugs while recovering wounds sustained during World War I. Interesting.
From getting his cock eaten by a donkey.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. My mic, or my camera and mic all came unplugged somehow.
Oh, wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was a almost 10 for the ages. I bet you never heard that one before. And that's the type of stuff that you find out when watching the Almost 10. Come hang out with us tomorrow night for Saturday night on Beyond Wednesdays, which is Mayhem at 10 p.m. Eastern. We're actually going to have the publisher Mad Love Art is going to be on tomorrow night. The publisher who has been doing a lot of those really interesting, I'll say, I call them titty books, but I don't know if we can necessarily call them titty books anymore. But they are, like Stein says, they have become the most popular books sell-wise, right? I mean, you're always seeing them on the list. So this is Mad Love Comics and Art, and these are some of the stuff that he's recently put out, and including this amazing Flops Comics Harley cover. Shout out to everybody that was lucky enough to pick this one up. I did not. I heard the foil is amazing. I need one of the foils of this. Shout out to Flops Comics, another great artist. But as you can see, a lot of interesting books here, and there's naughty versions of each one of these, I believe. If you remember, we also had our boy Nemesis Prime on to talk about, where is it? Let's find it. The Dr. Aphra variant that they did over there. This one right here. So, if you guys remember this cover, this is put out by Mad Love Comics and Art. So we're gonna have him come hang out with us tomorrow night to talk about what he's doing and the fun stuff he's got going on. So come hang out with us tomorrow night, Beyond Wednesdays. All right, let's get into it, you guys.
Mama.
The list starting now.
Yeah.
Yeah. A great Golden Age honorable mention tonight, Stein. An absolute banger of an issue. Mystic.
Man.
Yeah, man. Mystic Comics number 8. Look how great that cover. That's got to be one of the greatest covers ever made. Speaking of those swastikas, it's got the headlights, cover of the blonde femme fatale getting ready to be put into an Iron Maiden. It's got the Destroyer with a skull on his chest as his logo, the original Punisher, I guess you'll call it. And it is a Golden Age ghost from 1942, before the end of the war.
I didn't even notice the swastikas.
Yeah, they're not
initially.
Up front. Yeah. Man.
Yeah, that's crazy. The sale this week was a CGC 4 incomplete, which I'm still trying to figure out if it was incomplete, how it got a blue label at 4.
That's weird.
Maybe if somebody's more up on how CGC determines that.
Well,
I didn't know that I didn't know.
Well, you know what we do, Stein?
Real fakes.
You know what we do with that? Laugh. We add that to the Matt Nelson question list. How can what is it? A incomplete.
Yeah. Yeah, get a blue label.
Mystic Comics number 8. When was the sale this week?
This week, yeah.
December. What was it? A CGC
4.
4 from December 23. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, 4.0 incomplete, $6,000 for this. Now, maybe because it was incomplete, maybe the actual grade of the book, other than the incompleteness, maybe it was more like a 7. Maybe that's why it sold for so high. I don't know.
Huh. Kal-El says, I've heard you can ask for a blue label, but they will have to knock the grade down. Huh. And JC Comics says, probably a pedigree. You see some grades on those pedigrees. All bets are off on those. Yeah. That's an interesting question. For those of you guys that want to know, just like the Beyond Wednesdays Creator First list, I'm also adding the Matt Nelson question list in the descriptions, and you guys can go in there and comment on it. If you guys want to add a question to the list, put it in the comment on the Google Doc, and if it's a good question, I'll add it to the list.
I've seen pedigrees with green labels and purple labels. I think there's even some Mile Highs that have green labels or purple labels. So I just don't know. I don't know what like I said, I was surprised it could get a 4 if it's actually incomplete.
Yeah, this is a great.
I thought incomplete basically just automatically dropped it like all the way down to like a 1, but I guess not.
Yeah. Interesting.
Cool book though.
How much did it get sell for again?
$6,000 for a 4.
$6,000. Wow. I will never be getting one of these, I don't think. Never say never, but I would love to have one. Moving on. This is another one that I'm adding to my list. I would have loved to own one of these before it went on this list, like the rest of us, but I've never seen this one before. The Auteur Sister Bambi. Is it number 1? Number 1 from 2015 out of Oni Press. Look at that amazing skull cover.
So this one I think is the A cover.
Oh, that is awesome.
So the one that was selling this week for some strange reason is the 1 in 10, which has got the 2 women on it, the nun.
Oh, so that's the one you were talking about, the 1 in 10?
Yep, and that's probably why when you said the skull cover, I probably didn't even register what.
All right, hold on, let me find this. Man, well, that makes me feel even better. It was meant to be to find this book this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
this is a great cover.
Yeah, now this one came out. When did you say it was 2016?
2015, May of 2015. They're saying this is the A cover. Yep, the A cover, and no variant. Look at that. On cover price. Well, let's see here. Was it issue number 1 or issue number 2 that you saw? Oh, look at issue number
1.
2.
No, it's number 1. And my memory is not great. It just isn't. My memory is not great. But I do remember when this came out, and I'm almost certain that people were buying it when it came out because the cover was this cover was so crazy.
Here's the covers. Here we go. See
none of those.
None of those.
Nope.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna find this damn thing.
It's on my comic shop for sure.
Okay. Here we go. My comic shop. Oh, here we go. I see it.
That's it.
That's a crazy cover. Wow, is that a crazy cover?
Yeah. So
wow.
Yeah. So I don't know. This thing literally had not sold for like 2 years. And then this week there was like 3 or 4 sales on this, anywhere from $20 to $45 for this. No idea why, no clue.
How much?
20 to 45
That
for
is
this one.
a crazy cover.
But like
It
I said,
says-
I remember this when this came out, and I very much remember it, people buying it then.
So here is the little thing about what it is. It says, your favorite slapstick comedy gore fest is back. Down on his luck and out on his ass after being thrown out of Hollywood, Nathan T. Rex refuses to accept defeat, prepping his next exploitation masterpiece, Sister Bambi. Rex and his crew head to South America with Nazis, ninjas, and a budgetary constraints nipping at their heels in search of the most elusive piece of any artistic endeavor, foreign financing. So it's like a guy looking for money to make his movie. But look at these covers. Look at this one. Holy cow.
that one's crazy right there. Wow.
This is why
that
I love Stein and Hot 10 lists because of this right here. Finding these crazy books. Wow, look at this one. Unbelievable.
splats all, folks.
Yeah. These are all great, interesting covers, man. Huh. Now we're going to have to be on the lookout for the auteur. I like this cover better than the 1 in 10, but yeah, Jim Rugg, again, doing his stuff. That was a Jim Rugg cover, the one that we saw, I believe. Not this one, but the other one. Very interesting. Oni Press from 2015. So, yeah. Very good stuff. All right, you guys. We've got 10 spots to go this week. 216 watching live right now. We appreciate you guys, and your support is everything. 216 watching live, only 72 likes. You guys, if you love this content and you're enjoying tonight, all you guys that are watching live, please hit that thumbs up. Let's get us above 100 before the end of the show. We are at 73 likes right now, 216 watching live. And at number 10 this week, a crazy cover by Sawi, a 1 in 25 variant from DC's 'Twas the Might. That's Might with an M, like McClay. 'Twas the Might, not Might, Might Before Christmas, issue number 1, a 1 in 25 variant.
Yeah, it just came out this week. I can't tell if I don't think I like this cover, but I can't. It's like one of those. I'm like, do I not? I can't really tell. What was the other cover that? What was the other cover that Sawi came out with that was like, people were like, "Oh, who is this?"
There's been a couple of them.
Yeah, I can't remember.
How do you spell Sawi again?
Saowee.
Saowee.
Yes, like
Right.
yes, correct, Edward. Just as in Batmite.
Yep.
Oh, was the silk? Okay, the silk one.
That one, the bubble.
That was
one?
That was the like the first one
Yeah.
that people were buying. Okay, I remember that now.
Yeah. There we go. We figured it out.
Skagway says I don't like it, and you're probably right.
The Batmite looks terrible. The Harley Quinn, I can say it's decent, but the Batmite looks really off. But that's also the art style, I think. So
Yeah, probably. But
I like how,
anyways,
it says DC's 'Twas the Might Before Christmas is in, like, I know I keep saying white. It looks like it's in like the dollar font. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, apparently
does this sell
Brian
for?
spells might, MWITE.
Yeah.
Might.
White. It makes me want to say it when I say "'twas the white night." I don't know what it is. Who knows? I'm stoned.
Oh, it's like a $40 book. So it just
Okay.
came out this week. So
All right,
not bad.
1 in 25 for $40. That's about
Yeah.
normal. I'm not normal, but
I mean, if you're getting it, you know, if your store for 20, you're not going to make much off of it for sure.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Chad Cave says, "What the fuck?" All right, let's get on to the number 9 spot this week. Beneath the Trees When Nobody Sees, number 2, the Riley Rossmo black and white retailer incentive cover. 1
yeah,
in 25.
so this just came out this week as well. Nothing crazy, but you figured that because of the success of the first issue, that they would do a 1 in 25, and it looks like they were like, crap, we don't have any other art. We're just going to make this black and white. And which kind of sucks, but you know,
Yeah.
It's not like this isn't like massively selling. Again, $35. It's, you know, above ratio, but there's a few more sales of this than there was the Might book. But this reminds me. This looks like what was it, that movie with back in the 90s with what was it, Bulworth? Is that where he, like, the movie poster?
Yeah.
That's what this cover reminds me of. Like he's coming out of a mouth, but
that movie had a great soundtrack.
Yeah,
really good soundtrack.
Yeah, I mean, I still would like to pick up that number 1 issue because I would like to read it.
Look at that,
if it's,
Stein.
to see if it's actually a good story.
Somebody said the exact same thing you said right when you said it. Crushing it big.
Really?
Reminds me of the cover of the Bulworth movie. Right when you
See?
said it. Yeah, that popped up.
Isn't that crazy? That is crazy.
Yeah. Supposedly this book is a really good read. We all saw the cover for issue number 1 and we're like, oh my God, this looks amazing. And it sounds like the read has been actually, you know, coming through good lately. So I like that. I like to see that. We need more good comic books being written, not just drawn, written.
Correct.
Yep. So Edwin Aguilar also says that issue number 1 is great.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to buy a number 1 just so I can read it. If they did a second print, right?
Yeah, I believe so. That first that A cover was so great too. Just designed great. So
I agree.
Good book. All right. Let's get into the number 8 spot. Now there's been so many great Stein finds tonight. And here's another one. The Bloody Dozen, A Tale of the Shrouded College, issue number 1, The Slimy 1 in 50. Just came out from Image, and man, are there some killer comic covers on this one too.
What is this book about? Because it makes me it makes it to me sound like I don't really know. The Shrouded College sounds interesting.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a look here. It says, in this new installment of The Shrouded College, Charles Soule and Will Sliney's supernatural horror adventure saga, 3 down-and-out astronauts are tasked with the ultimate heist breaking. A group of... let me restate this. Supernatural horror adventure saga, 3 down-and-out astronauts are tasked with the ultimate heist, breaking a group of deadly vampires out of a space prison orbiting the sun. Apollo 13 meets Blade in this super killer thriller. Look at the variants, or all the covers for issue number 1. Starting off, let's take a look. Look at the A cover. Pretty good, right?
All right.
I like how the Image logo looks, and this is just a good one. Check out this one. Yeah, I like that. Vampire.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Right? This one is excellent. Right?
And so this is Albuquerque's drawing this?
No, yeah, no.
That's what it says on the cover.
Yeah, Albuquerque. Maybe he is. Yeah, right. It says here Charles Soleil and Will Sliney. So Albuquerque must be doing some of the. Albuquerque did the cover. Did some of the covers. So.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting. Here, let's take a quick look at some of the future issues and see if there's anything. There's another one of those cool design variants, whatever these are. So there's that. All right, let's finally look at number 3 real quick here. That's a decent cover too. I like that.
At some point, some of these stories that sound interesting are actually going to get me to go back into a comic store on release day and actually pick up something to read.
All right, I agree. This might be it, Stein. And
Might
this
be.
is a the 1 in 20, 1 in 50 right here. And I like how it has like the astronaut patch thing with the sun behind it. It's pretty cool.
It's better than the Moon Knight moon cover.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, how much is this one selling for?
Like 70 to 100.
Not bad.
It's kind of in a weird. There's not many of them out there.
I would guess so. Yeah, I would guess so. And if this turns out to be something really good, I could see this thing blowing up. So we'll have to keep our eyes on it. All right, let's get into the number 7 spot this week. An old school great. Godzilla vs. Barkley, the one-shot from Dark Horse from 1993, all because of a crazy Nike commercial that we all remember if you were around at that time.
Yeah. Now, why is this selling now?
Probably because the Godzilla movie has sparked a lot of interest in Godzilla. If I'm
okay,
you know what I mean?
Okay, because I was looking at sales, so I went back like several months on this, and like over 2 months ago, this was less than $10.
Yeah.
And then it is basically kind of over the last 2 months has just been slowly going up for like the last 2 months. Last couple weeks, it's been like 25 to 30. This week, it's now like 40 to 50. But like I said, back in September, October, it was less than $10. But it's just kind of continually gained value the last, and I don't know, it's odd.
Yeah. It'd be funny if they're doing a new commercial or something, but I doubt it. This is a book that I always see at like flea market long boxes, you know.
Oh yeah, you used to find, but they're always in terrible, like Skagway said.
Yep.
Terrible shape.
Yeah, yeah. But classic Nike commercial, that's for sure. So, all right. Let's get into number 6 this week. You guys know my deal with Arthur Sidem. It's a love-hate relationship. I think the guy is an ultimate douchebag, but man, is he a great artist. And Wolverine Origins number 10, the Sidem variant, is a great, great cover. And it's a great book for being the first appearance of Dawkins. And, you know, you got him on the cover on this. Yeah, this is a good one. And this is back when Sidem was in his height, right? Doing the Marvel Zombie books. He was at that time, he was the Scotty Young of comics.
Yeah. Yeah, so with the thing about Dakin this week, like I guess maybe showing up in Deadpool, is that right? Was that what I heard?
There's rumors of it, and you know there's going to be so many of these cameos, first appearances that are going to be 3 seconds because they're going through multiverses, and it's going to be nothing but fan services, and I'm okay with that if it's done right. You know what I mean? I'm really okay with it if it's done right because it makes for amazing moments. And Dawkins a great character. I say Dawkins. I don't know if it's Dakin or Dawkins. I always say Dawkins because of the band.
When I think that's what I think, but it's Dokken. So I'm like, it can't be Dawkins, right? It's got to be Dakin. I don't know, but
Great character, by the way. Amazing character. I know a lot of people didn't like him when he first showed up, but I thought that the storylines that they wrote about him, especially those crossovers with X-23, great stuff. I loved it, and I think he's a great character.
But yeah, so this one, so I was trying to look at like the regular cover, the 2-claw, and then there's the Sidem, and then there's the 3-claw. The other ones didn't really move very much. They pretty much, I mean, there was more sales. I mean, there was a lot of sales on them, but not like price wise. This one was like 10 to 15. Now it's like 20 to 30. So there was a lot of sales on this one too, but the price actually kind of went up a little bit. But yeah, I agree with Brian. I like this cover, and maybe it's just because the 3-claw is like so hard to find in high grade.
Yeah.
Like it's just impossible to find in high grade. So if you're ever gonna like invest, if you can invest in a 9.8 of that 3-claw, that's the one that's gonna be, if this, not that I ever think that this character is gonna be anything, but that people would actually care about.
Yeah.
But if you think it is, that's the one that you want for sure.
Yeah. Great book right here. Love it. Love this time period in comics in general. So, all right. Halfway through the list, you guys. Let's get into number 5. Monster in My Pocket, number 1. Now, another thing we talked about on Beyond Wednesdays a few weeks back. I grew up collecting the hell out of muscle men or muscles. We always called them muscle men when we were a kid. And my brother, who's 4 years younger than me, collected the hell out of Monster in My Pocket. So I feel like back in that time period in the 80s, these little figurines or like toys, these figures were like the precursor to Pokemon to me. They were all different. They didn't have stats and stuff, but everybody had to collect and get them all. Battle Beasts, Monster in My Pocket, Muscle Men. They were so collectible, and kids absolutely loved them. Now, the Monsters in My Pockets were even better because they had all different colors. They had great monster designs, and it turned into not only a comic book, but also a cartoon. They made a lot of money off of this. Now, why is this everybody always talking about this all of a sudden? It has been optioned by Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith's production company. So, they talked about it like it's a big deal to them, and the guy who created them, made a big deal about it. But yeah, shout out to Jeffrey Drake. Army Ants 2. I loved Army Ants also, man. Great, great toys. So, but here it is, the comic, the first issue from Harvey Comics, which looks very much like Marvel Star Comics from that time period, right?
Yes. And I don't know, is it just me, or is the question at the top like super weird? Have you checked your pockets lately? It seems like a really weird question to ask, especially on a kid's book. That just seems like a really weird. Anyways, there's been a ton of copies of this sold. It's not selling this is not going to put your kids through college.
No.
It's not going to happen. This is only selling, even in like high grade raw, it's only selling for like $15. So this is not, this is not something that, but it was, before this announcement came out, it was only selling for $3. So it has gone up in price, but it's not a lot. And it's probably not going to be a lot. I didn't even know Will and Jada were still together. I thought they divorced, but I have no idea. Again, I don't know anything about pop culture. I'm way out of the loop on that. But
one of the interesting things about this book that me and Stein were talking about before the show is there's a Canadian price variant and a newsstand for this, but there's also a rare Nabisco variant. And here's how you tell the difference. It's got this little black box over it, and it says up here, special issue from Nabisco Frosted Wheat Squares. Special horrific issue. on it right here. So if you are going to be, wanting to buy one of these and maybe grabbing it, look out for the special Nabisco variant. As you guys know, there's another great Nabisco variant. There's a couple Nabisco variants out there that are very rare. And I don't think this one is very rare, but it could be. And if I was going to buy any of these, search out for them, maybe to play spec on it, I would definitely be looking for the Nabisco variant over any of the other ones.
Oh my gosh. I should have never, ever brought up that question, because look at these comments.
Yeah. Better than having
Look at
checked
Brad.
my pockets.
Look at Brad's
The monster in my pocket keeps getting bigger as I fight with it. You got holes in your pockets, buddy. Playing pocket pool? Yeah. That's funny, man. So there you go. And just like the Nintendo Power free sample copy, make sure to look at that little star under there. If it says first horrific issue, it's not the rare one. It's got to be yellow and say special Nabisco variant or it says a special horrific issue, not first horrific issue. So very Nintendo Power-ish. There we go. At number 5 this week. 211 watching. Hit that thumbs up, you guys. We're halfway through the list. And at the number 4 spot this week, Sonic the Hedgehog Winter Jam, number 1. The retailer incentive cover, which is a 1 in 25.
Yeah, like I thought this was like Mysterio at first. I was like, what?
It's very
What
cool.
is going on here? But
Snow globe, right?
Yep. But once again, these goofy Sonic things, I mean, it is what it is. People keep buying them.
Nostalgia, man. Just like the monster in my pocket stuff, it's hitting nostalgia big time.
45 to 50.
Oh, wow.
On this one.
Holy cow.
Yep, just came out this week. So
IDW has been selling some special internet only Sonic books and a couple other properties that you could go get. They on their site. I picked up some and they came the other day. So if you guys are Sonic fans, just keep an eye on the IDW website because they do sell website only variants out there. So
I really wish IDW would just bring back their old logo.
I agree.
I
love it.
Just bring it back.
Yeah. Or even like upgrade it a little bit, if you want to give some razzle dazzle on it, but make it do an homage to the old logo type deal.
Yeah, rather than just 3 square letters or
Yeah.
block letters.
Yeah. Real fake comic says he looks like Tony Montana. He's getting ready to snort up a big line of snow.
Coke, yeah.
Yeah. All right. We got the top 3 spots coming up, you guys. We haven't hit the 100 like spot. We're at 92 likes, 211 watching now. You guys hit those thumbs up button. It really helps out the show, pushes in the algorithm so we can grow the channel. You guys have been awesome supporting us since the beginning of this, and we appreciate the hell out of everybody out there. Let's get into it. At number 3 this week, Star Wars High Republic Shadows of Starlight, issue number 3, the Ben Harvey spoiler variant, which is a 1 in 25 incentive. And I don't know if I like this or I think it's laughable. I can't tell. Like, it's hard. Yeah, it's kind of hard.
What exactly is it spoiling?
Nothing that I could think of. I'm not reading this, man. Maybe I should be, but I'm not reading this. I dropped my High Republic.
I'm assuming it's this character that it's spoiling, right?
Yeah. What's the deal with the I know that they did it on purpose. They have like the hilts on the lightsabers and with the High Republic guys, like to be like a play on the round table Knights of the Round Table stuff, but I don't know, it's kind of weird seeing and they've always had cool hilts on lightsabers before, but it's very interesting.
The return of that Wookiee character. Yeah, I don't.
What's this one selling for, man?
Chewie. This one also is selling for like 45 to 50.
Wow.
This one had a lot more sales than the Sonic. Yeah, so people apparently wanted this one.
There is a first appearance in this one, right? If I'm not mistaken. Let me take a look here. Let's see here. Wars. Heir to
Yeah,
the
everybody's
Empire.
got jokes tonight. We're all comedians tonight.
What is this one? Shadows of Starlight, right?
Shadows of Starlight.
Yeah, this first appearance in here. And the chat might get this before I do. There we go.
It's the only Wookiee Jedi. Jeffrey Sato
First
said
appearance of General Melis Shrike. Melis Shrike. So, remember Black Chrysanthemum? Yeah, I almost want to forget how bad they messed him up just by having him run away. I mean, how do you ruin a character all just in 4 or 5 steps? You know what I mean? It was pretty bad. So, all right, you guys. 2 more to go. Here we get it. At number 2, Street Fighter Masters Kimberly, issue number 1, the Ickpot Market Appreciation Edition, aka the thank you issue. Do you like
Ickpot.
this? Yeah, what a name, Ickpot. Do you like this, or is this absolutely horrendous?
To me, it's absolutely horrendous because her body is so misproportioned.
Yeah.
That waist compared, like instantly goes from like a 23-inch, 24-inch waist to like 38 inches up top. I mean, it's just it just doesn't make any sense.
I will say this. I think that aesthetically it's pleasing, and the art is great. It's one of those covers where I can't I'm with you. There's something just...
and it looks like she's wearing like a card dealer hat for some reason. And the way that scarf is on there, it looks like she has no neck either. So it just, I don't know. There's just so many things.
Like there's no belt, and in order for those to stay up, she's got to have a badonkadonk and a half, which she probably does. So good for her. Because those pants wouldn't be staying up otherwise. What's in his pocket?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, RJ. Disavow.
Yeah, I definitely don't pay attention to physique females. That's I agree with you there. Yeah, it's just confusing to me, but I don't think the art itself is terrible. It just the way her body is shaped is just so confusing.
Yeah, the art is good. I'm gonna have to go look at other stuff for this artist. Thorough says she's modeled after Serena Williams. Serena Williams doesn't look that good.
Is she? Are those like spray paint cans attached to her belt? Like, is like she like fights people with spray paint?
Probably. Let's look her up. Kimberly Street Fighter. Let me.
Is that her like super? Is that her superpower?
Kimberly Street Fighter. All right, let's see what she looks like in the video game, huh? Here we go. Here's some images of the character. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, look at that. That's the character right there. That's cool, man.
Now that looks more.
Yes.
The scarf thing does mess up her neck because it just looks like she has no neck. But there, at least, I mean, the top half of her torso looks in line with the middle part of her torso. I mean,
cool looking character, man. That's for sure. Yeah. Here's the character in the game.
I see. Now that looks way better.
Yeah. What a great looking
But this-
design on that character, man.
But it is weird that she's fighting with spray paint cans.
Yes, it is. Does she throw them at people? Who knows?
Ooh, though
So-
it hurt.
Oh man, interesting. Very, very interesting. So I can't take my eyes off it, says Rain in 3. All right. What is this one selling for?
30, and it's one per store, and there was a ton of them that sold.
I wonder how many are out there. There's only like 3,500 stores, so did every store get one, and plus all the retailers, online retailers? So there's got to be a ton of them out there, right?
I bet there's not 3,500 stores anymore. There might be 3,500 total accounts, but I'll bet there's not 3,500 stores.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah. All right, you guys. 204. Hit those thumbs up. At number 1 this week, Cap Wolf and the Howling Commandos. Number 1, the second print, 1 in 25 by Gary Frank. And I'm not surprised because this series has been putting out some killer covers. The Ryan Brown covers have been amazing. And it's like every cover out of this run has been decent. And this is a really good one, too. You don't have the trade dress there. Feels like spot coloring, And, yeah. I wonder if the series reads as good as the art.
It's a good question. And you figure that on this particular second print, because it's not like, She-Hulk or Captain Marvel or any of the other ones that Marvel's been putting out, this one's kind of an off title. I would think for comic stores to be like, oh yeah, I want to order 25 of those second prints just to get this variant, that'd be a tough decision. I would think, but this one's selling for $80 to $160.
That blew me away, bro. $160.
So it's a wide range. I don't know where this thing's going to settle. I would like somebody that has read it. I would like somebody to say whether or not it's good. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate it, bro. So I don't know. I don't know how good the story is. If it's a good story, I could see this one sustaining some value. If it's not a good story, it probably will just end up like all the rest.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it's only at issue 2. I think 2 just came out, right? So it's a 4-issue series, I believe. So very good stuff, man. You guys, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the list. Congratulations to all of the winners of the recent Stein packs. I know there were some great stories that happened through that. If you guys want to watch these Stein pack openings, you guys can find that below. Stein did it live so people could watch it, which, Stein, I want to say something about that real quick. There is a lot of fuckery going on in the world of mystery packs. We know that. Mm-hmm. But I think that one of the main things that people out there need to do if you're selling mystery packs, you need to open them up on the air like you do before you send them out. That way people see there's winners, right? Because a lot of these people send out mystery packs and nobody sees the big hits. Nobody sees the people winning the actual books, right? You're showing the people what they won and then sending it out. Basically, it's content, but it also proves that people are, and not necessarily proves they're getting these books, but proves that you're sending these books out, right?
Yes, correct.
So
yeah, I want to be as transparent on that as I can be.
Yeah, that's very,
because some people have asked them before for me to just send it to them because they want to open it up themselves, but that throws, I don't want to say throws corruption into the equation, but it could throw something shady into it that I just don't want. I don't want any part of. I don't want any part of anything shady at all.
Yep. That's called integrity, my friend. And that's what we want more of. And that's why we love this community, and we try to foster a community the way we have. So shout out to all the people that are that have integrity and that are doing things the right way. It's very important in this game called life. That being said, Stein, what you got coming up? Anything interesting and exciting?
Nope. Just everybody just getting ready for Christmas, and only work 3 days next week, so I'll be off Thursday and Friday. We should have a show next Friday because it's Christmas isn't until Christmas Eve's not until Sunday, so we should be good to go for next Friday. But if we don't, or if you guys are out of town, you guys are going to visit family, wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if we don't hear from you, for sure.
Yep. Happy holidays to everybody out there. Make sure you let the people you love know that you love them and spend as much time with them as much as you can. That being said, come hang out with us on Beyond Wednesdays tomorrow night, you guys. We'll see you over there, 10 p.m. Eastern. Much love, as always. We are out of here. Adios.
See ya.